uma cientista por dia na Wikipédia. Essa foi a iniciativa de Jessica Wade ao perceber que existiam muitas mulheres cientistas ao redor do mundo que não recebiam o devido reconhecimento. A pesquisadora inglesa, que esteve aqui no Salão de Atos da UFRGS, nos contou sobre o seu projeto, que já soma mais de 500 biografias, e comentou ainda questões relacionadas à presença feminina nas ciências.
I found out that women were really underrepresented on Wikipedia. I found out that about 20% of the biographies on English-speaking and Portuguese Wikipedia are about women. And that really frustrated me. Not only are women about 51% of the population worldwide, but actually they're doing some really, really fantastic science, whether that's in kind of microbiology or astrophysics or kind of gravitational waves or chemistry, and we just don't know them and we don't talk about them enough. So when I found that out, I was like, well, I need to do something about this. Usually I start on kind of a university website, or maybe they've won a big prize, or they've given a talk at an impressive university or a conference, or they've published a really great paper. So I go there for the beginning to find some preliminary information, and then from that I might find out what university they did their PhD, where they went, where they grew up, what kind of high school they went to. So you kind of start to put together a jigsaw of their life, just finding all of these references. So Wikipedia has quite strict notability criteria. Not everyone can be on Wikipedia, not everything can be on Wikipedia. You have to be important enough for other people to want to read about you. For scientists, there's quite strict rules on how many papers you've published, what kind of awards that you've won, whether you have a named professorship at a university. For me, though, I try and find people who have recently run awards or fellowships, so I kind of go through and check out who's been doing what, or maybe they've done a really, really groundbreaking piece of research that's impacted lots of other sectors. Absolutely all different kinds of women and people of colour and gay scientists and straight scientists do all different kinds of science. So there's not one area of science that I haven't found that a whole bunch of different people research. You know, it's not like particle physics is only the research of white men, and it's not like biochemistry is only the research of women. Actually, everyone is researching everything, and that's what makes it so exciting. The kind of most important thing I've learned is that whatever you're interested in, you should go out and study. It doesn't matter who you are or where you grew up. But also that actually, even though it's only been within the last century that women have had the rights to have education in Brazil or in the UK, actually women have been doing research for a whole lot longer than that. The biggest challenge that any underrepresented minority feels within science, whether that's because of the colour of your skin or because of your gender or whatever it is not feeling like you're good enough to be there. I think that kind of constant questioning of yourself can really erode your confidence. And unfortunately, if you're a woman and then you look around your research group and don't see many other people who look like you, or if you can't go and speak to a senior woman in your faculty because there are no senior women in your faculty, that can keep happening so much that eventually you just leave. I think there are lots of structural things that need to change within academia to be more inclusive and supportive of everyone working in it. As a community, we need to get better at choosing the way that we evaluate what we define as brilliant. At the moment, we judge people based on how much money they bring into a university, so their grants. We judge them based on how many papers they publish, and we judge them based on the feedback of students. But we know all of those things are biased against women and biased against non-Western scientists. But then we need to change the whole process by which we report bad behaviour and then act on it. So if someone is a bully in research, if someone is a sexual harasser, if someone is making up data, all of these things really challenge the idea that this person is a really robust and serious scientist, right? They're taking their power and they're abusing that power. At the moment, you know, we've seen it in Hollywood, this rise of speaking up, like the Me Too movement, and we've not got good enough within academia yet to call that out and then to act upon it. You know, some people have become confident enough to have a voice. You hear these kind of whispers around universities now of people speaking up, but still not enough is happening. So we need real movement to get rid of the people who are abusing their power within science, so that the other people who for a long time they've pushed out can rise up and take control. And I think these conversations are starting to happen, but I want them to happen on a kind of more international scale, not just in very nice, rich parts of the UK or the US. It has to happen here so that women here and people of colour here can rise up as well. At this current time, in the UK, in the US, in Brazil, we're all facing complete political chaos, and we all need to kind of, as young people, rise up and take control and look at what we want our futures to be like and start acting it. The place for women is wherever they want to be. If women want to be at home looking after kids, absolutely fine. If men want to be at home looking after kids, even better. I think if women want to work in their research lab, if women want to work in their office, if women want to work at a telescope in Hawaii, that's absolutely great. I think that what we need to get to as a society is one where all people have the realization that they can do anything, and it doesn't matter where they started, but they can go on and do whatever they want.